of Maritime India Summit after the previous two editions of 2016 and 2021. Honorable Minister has been visiting various states and generating interest in this important global event, which has been conceptualized by our Honorable Prime Minister to put India on the maritime center stage of the world. I extend a warm welcome to Honorable Minister, respected Secretary, and all of you, and I request respected Secretary to kindly lead the interaction with our dear friends. Thank you.
The project report has been prepared and the report is under examination, and in a short while the process is expected to be completed. Yeah, so green hydrogen hubs have been planned in 3 different locations. One is Kandla, one is Tuticorin, and one is Paradeep port, 3 ports. Now, expressions of interest were called, and in Kandla and Tuticorin, a lot of people have expressed interest to come and set up the green hydrogen hubs. More than 20 parties and have expressed interest, and that includes some of the biggest names in the world. So almost 1.5 lakh crores of investment is expected in Kandla, more than 50,000 to 80,000 crores in Tuticorin.
Sir, any plan to set up a new port in Tamil Nadu, sir?
What?
New port? No, we have 3 major ports. That's it, and the ports are being expanded. Kamarajar port is under expansion. Tuticorin port is under expansion.
For your information, under the Sagarmala program, we have identified 106 projects only in the state of Tamil Nadu. Out of the 804 projects, 106 projects, that too in consultation with the state government, state maritime board, etc., etc. Okay, and out of the 160 this thing 106 numbers project worth more than 1.4 lakhs crore, 1.4 lakhs crore. Okay, and out of these 106 projects so far, by spending 35.133 crores, we have completed 48 projects in Tamil Nadu, and 28 projects worth of rupees 64,345 crores are under implementation. Okay. The third one, 30 projects are different stages of implementation. This is how Sagarmala program, which was launched by Honorable Prime Ministers, have become so meaningful, so purposeful, so productive, so result oriented. As a result, because of the modernization, mechanization, digitization, and modern facility incorporation, now all these 3 ports become competent, globally competent, whether it is Tuticorin or Kamaraja or Chennai. All the ports equally become globally competent. As a result, they have able to enhance their cargo handling capacity, efficiency, all kind of capacity building, and also they have added more values to this dimension of this particular port, like Chennai did. The addition of international cruise terminal. These are the addition, value addition. Now it is giving more business. And Visakhapatnam and many more, like this kind of international cruise terminals are coming up in many places, like in Calcutta also under construction. So this is how coastal cruise tourism is being promoted. And the Chennai and Kamaraja and Tuticorin, these are the three efficient ports nowadays. They have got their vision, like Tuticorin. They brought the investment of 50,000 crores for the hydrogen, like fuel, green hydrogen, okay, for green hydrogen. And this particular port could able to make itself a green port. And they have developed greenery and all others, solar power, energy has been, wind power, solar power, energy had been utilized there. As a result, pollution has come down, and this is going to be one of the most beautiful green port in the country. Yeah.
When is the pilot project of green hydrogen being inaugurated? Completed pilot project, green hydrogen.
No, it will take time. It will take time. Now the proceeding has started because, as you know, Honorable Prime Minister has given the vision of blue economy. To achieve that target, we'll have to develop the green transport. In the line of the principle of green transport, we are now going to develop green port and green shipping. So this is the kind of follow-up action from the respective different departments, like transport will do, like the railway will do, and like the others ministries, steel,
shipping,
powers, every ministries, whoever is responsible for the promotion of this particular scheme, they have already started the initiative.
Sir, the Minister has mentioned about centers need to expand ports in Tamil Nadu. And also, what is the investment potential of ports in Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
Sir, as Honorable, I think this is linked to the question which was asked earlier. So as Honorable Minister has already informed, we have three major ports in a coastal area length of around 1075 kilometers. Now each port has its own unique requirements. As Honorable Minister mentioned under Sagarmala. Now in Sagarmala, we have added 38 million tons per annum capacity at Kamarajar port, right? 20 million tons is for, as you will be aware, that Tanjatco is putting new thermal plants there. So to handle coal for that, berths are ready. They are putting unloaders and conveyor belts. Then one container terminal with capacity of 15 million tons per annum has been put there, and one multi-cargo terminal with capacity of 3 million tons per annum has been put there. Whereas in Chennai, the requirement is not to add capacity. It's more on connectivity. So there in Sagarmala, we have added 3 million tons. That too for specific purposes. 1 million ton is for bunker, that is the fuel for ships. Because Government of India wants to promote Chennai as the bunker hub on the east coast. Then 2 million tons for coastal cargo. As you would have seen in the presentation, that coastal movement of cargo is cheap. So Chennai has added one berth of 2 million ton capacity. Chennai, the focus is on connectivity. That's why this elevated corridor project is coming. Multimodal logistic park is coming at Mappedu for improving the rail coefficient. Now connectivity for future is requirement in it's a requirement in Kamarajar port also. Their southern port access road has been done, 4-lane concrete road at a cost of 175 crores. Doubling of railway track has been done, and with support of Government of Tamil Nadu, northern port access road, which is section 1 of Chennai peripheral road, is under development. So both central government
and in Tuticorin, port-led industrialization, because they have land direct.
Yeah, for your information, there are 5 parameters in the Sagarmala program. First one is port modernization. Second is port-led connectivity enhancement. Third is port-led industrialization. Fifth is coastal community development. And last one is coastal shipping and inland waterways. These are the 5 important parameters we have in Sagarmala program. Accordingly, we have developed this much in the entire country, and in going through the consultation with our respective stakeholders, we have identified 804 numbers of projects across the countries, right from Gujarat to West Bengal, and ultimately with the worth of rupees 5.6 lakh crores. These particular projects are to be completed, and accordingly, whatever project we have identified in the state of Tamil Nadu, and I have already mentioned the figures, so far it has been implemented. So this is the target. Now coastal community development, we are bringing like fishing harbors, okay? Then coastal community development by developing the cruise tourism, we are creating avenues for employment generation and also developing skill development centers like in the coastal area. And also we have included 56 numbers of holistic coastal district development scheme. So for this, we are in consultation with the respective state government and with the both government mutual consultation, whatever input will come up, accordingly we will plan it. And because our objective, our Prime Minister's vision is very clear that we are to create avenues for employment generation. We are to create avenues for entrepreneurship. So that is why this kind of structure has come up in the last 9 years' time. And as mentioned by Paliwalji, that coastal port-led connectivity enhancement, railways, roadways, this kind of connectivity already been developed. As a result, the movement of the cargo from the hinterland state, okay, from the landlocked state to the port, now the movement should be seamless. And also to reduce the cost of the transportation from double digit to single digit, Honorable Prime Minister has launched National Logistic Policy, bringing all the related 7 ministries together, developing a common portal so that user of the port, exporter, importer will have no problem to access those relevant documents within a time, within a limited time frame. So this is how the entire ecosystem are being developed. As a result, the performance as part of World Bank study report, you have already come to know how India could able to promote its position from 54 to 38 in many parameters, from 44 to 22nd. So now in many sectors, we have defeated the America, Germany, Canada, Australia, etc. in some parameters. So this is the efficiency level we have achieved so far. And I am confident that these 3 ports in Tamil Nadu, Tuticorin, Kamaraja and Chennai, they become so competent, globally competent now. And many more new scheme we are going to add it in the near future as per the requirement, because the user of the port, as per their requirement, develop the ports. Economic growth is going to be faster.
State government has requested for additional allocation of funds from the ministry to the Tamil Nadu Maritime Board for development of minor ports, and also asked for the transshipment at the VOC by the officials. So I want your comments on that. And apart from that, you are expecting 10 lakh crores investment in this summit. Can you give us a split and the realization of the past 2 summits? How much of the MOUs has been realized and how much has been actually done?
If you remember that presentation that was made in 21, it was 70%. Out of the MOUs that were signed, around 70% was the realization. In this, we are expecting about 10 lakh crores of investments, and the breakup also was, I think, shared. Let me see if I have the figures, otherwise we'll share it with you later. It is in various fields, including technology, setting up new ports, adding to the green hydrogen hubs, industrialization, a lot of these fields. Many of those verticals are there in that. Okay, it's there in the presentation and we'll give you the details. Yeah, that on how much, see, there is a program called Sagar Mala, as Honorable Minister said, and under that program, a lot of projects are received for funding. So we've already given the details as to how many have been funded, and the balance, as and when the fiscal space becomes becomes available, they will be funded. So what we do is we give first in principle funding, and then the process of economic, environmental clearance, etc. takes, so it takes time. The DPRs have to be developed. So during that, once that is done, then we give the sanctions. So that is an ongoing process.
Due to Corona, the world is ocean freight. Mostly, like, are you have any agenda for reducing that ocean freight? Because import export totally struggling to continue this. Continuously more than 3 years, the ocean freight internationally totally hiked. So what is the plan for reducing that? I have any special?
It had gone up
agenda?
2 years back, but now it has come down. It is true that it had gone up 2 years back during COVID, but now it has come down drastically. You want to add to that?
No, it's okay.
And about these verticals, this trade and business 43, if you just see the presentation, trade and business 43, port modernization 34, port connectivity 12, port-led industrialization 48, and so on. Totally 228 MOUs have been identified. Okay, that's just for your information. Yeah.
Sri Lankan soldier is attacking Tamil Nadu settlement. Any kind of action is set a comment?
What?
Sir, 75% of the transshipment happens in Colombo, Malaysia and Singapore. Again, this backdrop, are you looking at developing any one of the ports on the east coast as a gateway for Southeast Asia, sir? Either it could be Tuticorin or Visakhapatnam.
We have a plan. We have a plan to develop international transshipment terminal at Galathea Bay. Galathea Bay,
Andaman Nicobar.
Andaman Nicobar. Okay. So in this aspect, we have already invited the expression of interest. So far, many more like an interested party have participated. So this is the position at present.
Why did not in the main in the Andaman Nicobar? And do you have any plans to develop a transshipment hub in Tuticorin or any other major hubs, major ports?
Can I?
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
See, I think you have to look at also geography of India, right? So, for example, there is a movement, transshipment happening for the ports on the western coast, then ports on the eastern coast, and then general transshipment, right? For the western coast part, Vizhinjam is getting developed. It's at the right place. You need drafts, you need depths, because ships are becoming bigger and bigger. So that will take care of, let us say, towards the western coast, right? On the eastern coast, as you will appreciate, that we are slightly away. If Chennai and Kamarajar we look at, which are the closest, we are slightly away from the sea route. It takes almost 1.5 days extra. What we are trying to do is the transshipment on the eastern coast, those ports, and let us say Bangladesh, that happens in our port. We are giving financial incentives. If you go through our trade notices, you will find financial incentives. Now, sir is talking about Galathea Bay, right? So, lot of transshipment is happening, let us say in Singapore also, Malaysia also, right? That will compete with that. So, you have to develop these points at different locations. So, that is how Government of India and Ministry is working.
Actually, that particular Galathea Bay is located only 40 nautical miles from the main, sea route. Okay. So this is the greatest advantage for India, all the Indian ports. So that is why this been selected. Anyway, thank you. What he is saying actually.
Then the Fisheries Department is taking action, Coast Guard. No, it's our ministry is doing it.
For your information, ministry concerns, they are taking the adequate action in this regard. Okay, thank you. Let's